The information in this video comes from thorough research. Please share your thoughts on the video Zodiac in the comments. We'd love to hear what you think. The signs of the zodiac are karmic patterns. The planets are the looms. The will is the weaver. Edgar Cayce. Zodiac, a journey through the celestial symbols. The ancient roots of the zodiac. The origins of the zodiac are found in the twilight of human civilization, in the fertile lands of Mesopotamia. Ancient Babylonian astronomers, with their keen observation of the night sky, divided the celestial sphere into distinct sections based on the path of the sun. This path, known as the ecliptic, became the foundational circle of the zodiac. Originally, their system involved a greater number of constellations, reflecting the lunar cycle and agricultural rhythms. Over time, this expanded system was refined into 12 equal parts, each containing 30 degrees of the sky. These segments were linked to specific constellations that were visible during certain seasons, acting as markers of time and nature cycles. Zodiac's expansion across civilizations. The knowledge developed in Babylon didn't remain there. It was absorbed and reshaped by other great civilizations. The Egyptians, for instance, recognized the importance of star movement and celestial rhythm, integrating zodiacal patterns into their temple alignments, religious symbols, and afterlife beliefs. Their temples were often oriented towards significant stars, and their calendar system relied on similar astronomical divisions. When Greek thinkers came into contact with Babylonian and Egyptian astronomy, they transformed it into something both more philosophical and more systematic. The Hellenistic world, especially through scholars like Ptolemy, added structure to the zodiac. They organized the signs into elemental groups and modalities, assigning planets to rule them and embedding the system into a greater cosmological and metaphysical framework. This system became the foundation for Western astrology, surviving through Roman times into the medieval Islamic world and eventually into Renaissance Europe. The symbolic structure of the zodiac. The zodiac is composed of 12 signs, each occupying 30 degrees of the 360-degree circle of the ecliptic. Each sign is linked with a constellation in the sky, a symbol, and a set of archetypal meanings that represent human traits and cosmic energies. These signs do not merely reflect positions of stars. They embody patterns of experience, seasonal energies, and metaphysical principles. These signs are aligned with 4 fundamental elements: fire, earth, air, and water, each of which speaks to a different kind of life force. Fire represents drive and spirit. Earth stands for stability and practicality. Air corresponds to intellect and communication, and water symbolizes emotion and intuition. Furthermore, signs are classified as cardinal, fixed, or mutable, reflecting whether they initiate change, maintain structure, or adapt to movement. This blend of elements and modalities creates a rich symbolic framework that has captivated humanity for millennia. Zodiac and planetary influence. In astrology, the planets act as dynamic agents of energy, each with its own symbolic role. The signs they inhabit at any given moment shape how their influence is expressed. Each zodiac sign is said to be ruled by a particular planet, meaning that planet has a natural affinity with the qualities of that sign. For example, Mars rules Aries and brings assertiveness and action. Venus, associated with love and beauty, governs both Taurus and Libra. Mercury, planet of thought and communication, is linked with Gemini and Virgo. The Sun rules Leo, representing vitality and personal identity, while the Moon rules Cancer, evoking emotional depth and instinctual responses. Outer planets like Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, discovered in more recent centuries, have been assigned rulerships in modern astrology and represent collective, generational forces. These associations add depth to a natal chart and are used to interpret human behavior and destiny. The birth chart, a celestial blueprint. While many people are familiar with their sun sign, astrology's real depth is revealed in the natal chart, a snapshot of the sky at the exact time of one's birth. This chart maps the positions of the sun, moon, and planets across the 12 signs and 12 astrological houses, each house representing a sphere of life. such as self-image, home, career, relationships, or spiritual growth. The sun sign represents one's core identity, but the moon sign governs emotions, and the rising sign, or ascendant, speaks to the personality projected outward. Together, these three components create a triad that many astrologers use as the starting point for interpretation. The positions of the planets in the houses and their relationships to each other, known as aspects, reveal deeper insights into a person's internal drives, challenges, talents, and life themes. Zodiac as a mirror of the soul. Beyond prediction and personality typing, the zodiac serves a more subtle and profound function. It acts as a symbolic mirror, reflecting inner truths and potential paths. The 12 signs form a cycle of spiritual development, beginning with the raw will and emergence of Aries and culminating in the deep compassion and dissolution of Pisces. This circular journey can be read not just as a map of the heavens, but as a guide to the human journey through life, death, and rebirth. Each sign represents not only a season of the year, but a stage of growth, psychological, emotional, and spiritual. By studying the qualities and stories of each sign, people can better understand their own inner struggles and motivations. In this way, astrology offers not hard fate, but symbolic narrative, a means to make sense of life through the patterns of the stars. Zodiac in myth and storytelling. Mythology and the zodiac have always been deeply entwined. Many signs are derived from classical myths, particularly those of ancient Greece. Aries is linked to the golden ram of Phrixus, Taurus to the bull form of Zeus, and Gemini to the twin brothers Castor and Pollux. Each myth contains themes of transformation, sacrifice, struggle, or triumph. Universal human experiences encoded in the stars. These myths were not arbitrary stories attached to constellations. They were sacred narratives meant to explain cosmic principles. Leo's connection to the Nemean lion, for example, evokes the themes of strength and heroic struggle. Scorpio, tied to the myth of Orion and the scorpion, speaks of mortality and power. These stories allow people to identify not just with the zodiac symbol, but with the archetypal journey it represents. Global zodiac traditions. While Western astrology is the most familiar form in many parts of the world, other traditions have developed their own zodiac systems. The Chinese zodiac, for instance, operates on a 12-year cycle, assigning each year to an animal such as the rat, ox, or dragon. These animals reflect not only birth years, but personality traits, compatibility, and even destinies. The Chinese zodiac incorporates 5 elements: wood, fire, earth, metal, and water, adding another layer of complexity to its readings. In India, the Vedic or sidereal zodiac is rooted in ancient Hindu cosmology. It tracks the actual constellations more precisely than the tropical zodiac used in the West. Vedic astrology places greater emphasis on karma, fate, and the spiritual purpose of the individual. It also introduces lunar mansions known as nakshatras, which provide additional precision and insight. Other indigenous cultures, such as the Mayans, created intricate calendar systems that included symbolic day signs and cosmic energies similar in function to the zodiac, though structured differently. These systems show that the impulse to read the heavens as a guide to earthly life is universal. The modern resurgence of zodiac interest. Despite centuries of scientific skepticism and marginalization, astrology and the zodiac have seen a strong revival in contemporary culture. In the age of the internet and social media, horoscopes, birth chart readings, and zodiac memes have become more popular than ever. Astrology apps offer detailed daily insights, and zodiac-based compatibility tools are integrated into everything from dating apps to workplace personality tests. For some, astrology offers entertainment and light curiosity. For others, it becomes a serious framework for decision-making, emotional insight, and personal development. In an age of uncertainty and complexity, the symbolic structure of the zodiac provides comfort, clarity, and a sense of order, however interpretive or metaphorical it may be. Criticism, science, and the precession problem. Skepticism toward astrology has long existed within scientific communities. Astronomy, once joined with astrology, became a separate discipline in the scientific revolution. Critics argue that there is no empirical evidence supporting astrological predictions or personality typing. The phenomenon of precession, the slow wobble of the Earth's axis, has also shifted the actual constellations out of alignment with the zodiac signs established over 2,000 years ago. As a result, astronomers note that someone born under Leo might actually have the sun in Cancer by constellation. Despite these criticisms, astrology persists, not because it's predictive in a deterministic sense, but because it speaks symbolically. Much like dream analysis or art, it offers meaning-making structures that resonate with the psyche. Even if astrology is not true in a scientific sense, its psychological, spiritual, and metaphorical truths remain deeply compelling for many. The enduring power of the zodiac. Whether approached as a mystical science, a poetic tradition, or a mirror of consciousness, the zodiac endures because it speaks to something timeless. It reflects humanity's desire to find patterns in chaos, to align with the cosmos, and to see ourselves within a greater story. The stars, unmoved by human drama, continue their dance through the night sky. And yet, from those fixed lights, we have drawn meaning, myth, and magic. The zodiac is not merely a circle in the heavens. It is a circle within. It maps not only the sky above us, but the journey of the soul below. As long as we continue to look up, wonder, and seek understanding, the zodiac will remain a compass, both celestial and personal, guiding us across the mystery of existence. If you have any experiences related to this topic, be sure to share them with us. Until the next episode, be mindful of the energies around you.